Hey, Carol. I know you already finished with work, but could you send over that research report we completed yesterday? But if you've already left the office, don't bother. It can wait till tomorrow.
Hi, Mr. Briggs. I'm still sitting at my desk, so I'll see that file right away. No problem.
Oh yeah? Great. I'd really appreciate it.
Don't worry about it, it's part of my job. You should head home early whenever you can. You've been staying way too late recently. Isn't your wife expecting a child pretty soon? You really should be at her side at a time like this.
Thanks, Carol. I'm so gratified to have such a loyal and caring employee.
Come on, Mr. Briggs, I'm just doing my job. Besides, you've been so good to us. It just makes us work harder for you. You're good at what you do, a hard worker, and on top of that, you're a loving husband. I always tell my friends that you're the best boss a girl could have.
If you're saying that to get a raise, well, it just might work. Thanks for that. I'll treat everyone to lunch after we settle down a bit.
Really? I'm looking forward to that. Actually, I already have a restaurant I want to go to. Oh, yeah, there was something I wanted to ask you about. Recently, I've been seeing this pregnant woman around. She looks really scrawny and weak. I was wondering who she was.
A pregnant woman? Really? Is she like almost ready to give birth or something?
I'm not sure. I really don't know much about pregnancies. Her tummy does look pretty big. I've seen her walking around, more like wobbling. She could barely stand. I can't really describe her, but she seemed really depressed. There was no hope or joy in her eyes. I wonder what happened. The other day when I passed her, I heard her muttering. I think she was saying, "I'm sorry," over and over again.
Seriously? Well, that sounds a bit worrisome. What does she mean, I wonder?
Yeah, right? I couldn't get her out of my mind after that, to be honest. I started to wonder where she goes every night. You know, with that big tummy and all. Is she getting enough nutrition? I leave my house about 9 a.m. every morning, and I would see her walk by my house. I thought maybe she was going to the hospital, but every morning? That seemed kind of strange. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know a lot about it either, but with my wife, she just goes in to check up once every 2 weeks or so if nothing is wrong. Certainly not every day. Actually, she should be resting at home as much as possible. Well, with that said, everyone's got different situations to deal with.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I just hope she's okay.
Some folks can't handle it and get depressed for various reasons. It's really nothing you should be concerned about. Now, if she asks for help, well, then you can assist if you can. But you really shouldn't get too far involved.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks, Mr. Briggs. Oh, and Mr. Briggs, when your child is born, there's no need for you to come to the office for a while. You need a break. You should be by your wife's side.
No work will get done without me.
Come on, Mr. Briggs. I've worked with you for 2 long years. I can take care of it, no problem.
Okay. I'm relying on you, Carol. Don't let me down now.
No problem. And please, don't take work home with you.
All right, then. I'm gonna look over these files and then head home.
Hello, Mr. Briggs? Good morning. I know it's Saturday. Sorry to bother you on your day off.
Hey, Carol. No problem. What's up?
Sorry, it's not about work, but I hope you don't mind.
Of course. No problem. What's up? Are you in trouble or something?
No, nothing like that. It's about the pregnant woman I told you about the other day. She's at my house right now. I was wondering what I should give her to eat. Your wife being pregnant and all, didn't feel right to just prepare anything in my fridge.
Huh. That woman. That pregnant woman you were talking about. The one that seemed kind of depressed?
Yes, I was on my way out and she passed by my house. She could barely make her way down the sidewalk. She looked so tired and weak, I just couldn't look the other way. I don't have much at home. An apple is okay, right? I read somewhere that coffee is a no-no. Caffeine in it, I guess. I was wondering what kind of drink to serve her. Tea, maybe?
I think my wife was drinking some kind of herb tea.
I do have some caffeine-free cinnamon tea. I suppose I shouldn't serve her anything cold. What am I supposed to do? She's still crying, so it's kind of hard to ask her what she wants. I'm really sorry to bother about this.
Hey, Carol, are you okay? I mean, she's a stranger after all. You really don't have to go out of your way.
I'm fine, sorry to worry you. She's relaxed now and starting to explain things to me. The tea will probably help. Thanks for the advice. It seems things are not going well at home. Apparently her husband is abusing her. Although she's going to give birth soon, her husband is making her take care of his bedridden mom. She says she wants to stay home and relax, but her husband chases her out. That's so awful, don't you think so?
Yeah, that's terrible.
She says her husband doesn't give her any money and still makes her travel by bus to her mother-in-law's house. And she has to take care of her all day. I mean, like a nurse or something. That's really hard work. I can't believe her husband. What a monster.
Yeah, sure is. And what else did she say?
She says he locks her in her room when he's in a bad mood. She also said he wouldn't give her food sometimes. No wonder she's so skinny. She needs to eat, for the child's sake. He's always yelling at her for the smallest things. But he never hits her, it seems. She's emotional, totally drained. You can just see it in her eyes. What a monster her husband is. This can't be ignored. I have to do something. Maybe I should call the police and get their advice on what to do? There must be something. I mean, it's criminal, isn't it?
Carol? Maybe you should relax and think clearly about this.
Yeah, right.
Even if you call the police, what good would that do? In the long run, it may even make things worse. And we have to ask her what she wants to do. It's her husband, after all. We're complete strangers. Should we really butt in where we have no business? I'm sure there's some consultation service run by the city that handles these sort of problems. Must be hard for this pregnant woman to get around. Tell you what, I'll take my car and pick her up, and then we can decide whether she wants to go home or check out one of these consultation services. I'll check around. Just leave the rest to me.
But, Mr. Briggs, I couldn't let you do that. You have a pregnant wife at home yourself. Besides, it's a Saturday, your day off. I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it.
That's exactly why it would be best that I take care of things. You're not even sure what she should eat or drink. Leave it to me. And what's more, you don't have a driver's license.
Yeah, you're right about that. Boy, I call you for advice and you end up taking care of it all. I really didn't mean to put you through all this trouble.
Don't worry about it. Although it's a private matter, you're still part of my team. Like I said, no worries.
Mr. Briggs, I really appreciate this. I'll relay this good news to the woman. Funny, I don't even know her name.
I'm gonna verify that. I'm gonna tell my wife about this whole situation. Could you hold on for a second?
Yes, sure, no problem.
You stupid wench! Where the hell are you? Where the hell are you wandering around? You're not at some young woman's house, are you?
Huh?
You can't hide from me, you! Why the hell aren't you over at Mother's house? I told you to take care of her! What if something happens to her? I just called Mom and said that you hadn't showed up yet! Where the hell are you? You do realize that if you disobey me, you and that kid you're carrying, you will learn a lesson or two from me!
I can't believe that you were actually such an awful person. Mr. Briggs, you're despicable.
Huh? Who the hell are you?
This is Carol.
Huh? Carol, what the hell are you doing answering my wife's phone?
The woman was shaking like a leaf after looking at her phone message. I was so shocked to see that it was you, Mr. Briggs. So, this woman sitting in front of me, this is your wife, Mrs. Briggs, right?
Yeah. Well, Carol, listen to me. I can explain everything. There is a reason for all this.
Reason? What kind of reason? I don't care about any reason. What you did to your wife was despicable. There is no good reason to treat her like this.
Please, just give the phone back to my wife. This is none of your business. This conversation is getting us nowhere. Just get off the phone, would you?
I'm sorry, but she is in no condition to talk to you. You may not like it, a complete stranger coming in between you and your wife, but Mrs. Briggs is screaming out for my help. I can't simply shut my eyes to what's going on. No matter what you say, I don't care if you're my boss or not. I'm on the side of Mrs. Briggs. No, Mary. I'm with Mary on this.
I said there was a reason for this. In the past, Mary was cheating on me. She had an affair with another guy. So, a little payback is all. She cheated on me. I have the right to be a little harsh on her. She could take that. Just think how I felt. She wants my forgiveness. She's repenting for what she did. But please don't interrupt this process. It's her penance. This is our problem. Between husband and wife. I don't need a complete stranger coming in telling us what to do.
She says she didn't have an affair. She never cheated on you. You made that all up.
Well, she's lying. You would too if you were in her position. I've been your boss for more than 2 years now. Are you gonna doubt me now? Besides, this is the first time you even talked to Mary today, right?
Yeah, that's true, but Mary was shaking as soon as a text came in from you. That's how scared she was of you. I can't ignore that. You're the problem. She's so scared. I cannot allow you to get near her, ever. So, I don't want you coming to my house. And until Mary has calmed down...
Listen up, Carol. Don't you go doing anything stupid, you hear me?
What do you mean by that? What are you so afraid I might do?
I don't know what you're trying to do. Rescue her? Come on! She does not need rescuing. She needs to repent. Don't forget that I'm your boss. I mean, you don't think you got into this company all on your own now, do you? You're not that stupid, are you?
I didn't get into this company because I was smart. I got in because of my humor.
Yeah, figured. Anyway, the limit is until tomorrow. Got it? Just know what you're getting into. You got that? Hey, Carol. You there? I'm going over there and picking Mary up. So be ready to hand her over. If you agree to just let this all pass like nothing ever happened, I will treat you the same as I always have. You know what happens if you refuse.
I still can't believe it. That great boss I thought I had. You're a completely different person. The despicable way you treated your wife, and I thought you were such a great boss. Now I know who you really are. I can understand the animosity Mary feels towards you.
So, what are you saying? That you refuse to go along? To let things pass?
No, I can't sweep it all under the rug like you want. I just want to do the right thing, that's all.
What's a 20-something like you gonna do? You can't do a damn thing. I've got way more life experience than you. You'll regret this. I've been at this company for years. I have good relations with all the executives. I could get you fired with a snap of my fingers. Easy as pie.
Okay, fire me then. I really don't care. Being unemployed might be kind of fun. I'm still in my 20s. I can start over easy. I already got my annual bonus. Maybe I'll just have fun and relax for a couple of months.
You're being totally irresponsible. You're a member of society now, not some high school kid. Just do as you're told and hand Mary over to me right this second!
Wow. Really not like you, Mr. Briggs. You were always so calm and collected at work. You sound like you're in a panic.
Why wouldn't I be pissed off? Come into our lives like you did? This is none of your concern. Buzz off, would you?
Is that all you have to say for yourself? I'm sure you don't want any of this coming out, especially to the vice president.
Vice president? What's she got to do with it? What are you talking about?
You don't have to act so dumb, Mr. Briggs. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Mary told me all about it. The vice president introduced you to Mary, right? Mr. Briggs? Mary's best friend was the vice president's daughter. Or something like that. Is that true? I'm surprised nobody knew.
Mary told you about the vice president? You haven't contacted him, have you? I told her over and over not to contact anybody without my permission!
You're really something. Permission? You're kidding me. You just want total control over everything she does. If she doesn't do as she's told, you lock her up. You don't give her any food or water. You put on this big act in public. The wonderful husband. The family man. You're pathetic. She was crying last night as she told me the whole story. She was never happy being with you. Not for a minute. How could you treat a woman like that? You have zero respect for women.
Well, she should be overjoyed to be married to an up-and-coming guy like me. I'm gonna get far in this company. Maybe even president someday. You have no idea about me or my life!
Yeah, I have no idea, that's for sure. To be honest, I don't want to know.
I will never forgive you for this. You hear me? You contact the vice president about this, you'll regret it. I'll make sure of that!
Are you threatening me? Oh my god. I better get some advice from the police. Oh yeah, I know you're sweating bullets just about now, but I already told the vice president the whole story. And as for Mary, she is no longer at my place. She's at the vice president's residence, resting. She's safe there.
Huh? You did what? You already told?
Yeah, why wouldn't I use the ace up my sleeve? I'm not super smart, but I got my work done very quickly. You always praised me for that, Mr. Briggs, don't you remember?
Are you out of your mind? You just ruined my life! My career! Why'd you go and blab to the vice president? All you had to do was drop it. Things would have gone on as usual.
What the hell are you talking about? You treated Mary like crap. You ruined her life. What? Are you the victim here? My god, you're loathsome. Just because I'm in my 20s, don't treat me like a child. I may not have years of experience like you, but maybe my weakness is my strength. After that conversation, Mr. Briggs was called to the vice president's office. There, he was forced to agree to a divorce and to pay compensation for the years of cruelty that he bestowed on poor Mary. I'm not sure where the story got out, but when I got to the office in the morning, all everyone was talking about was this incident with Mr. Briggs and his wife. I'm not sure of the details, but I heard he was forced to resign from the company. The compensation to his wife and child amounted to quite a sum, and he apparently sold his house to pay it off. Last I heard, he was living with his mother, taking care of her. Mary said that her mother-in-law was senile, and taking care of her was quite a chore. But I'm sure Mr. Briggs will have no trouble looking after her. After all, Mary, who was pregnant at the time, did it every day. The other day, when I was strolling through a nearby park, I spotted this thin and haggard old man sitting on a park bench. I'm pretty sure it was Mr. Briggs. When he was working at the office, he was this handsome, middle-aged man, but now he looked pretty run down and hollow-cheeked. Nothing like the energetic boss I once knew. Maybe taking care of his mother and unable to find a decent job finally took its toll. As for Mary, she gave birth to a beautiful, healthy boy and is currently bringing her son up at her parents' place as a single mom. Once she was able to place him in nursery school, our vice president introduced her to a job at a client company. Just watching Mary and her son enjoying life makes me so happy. Sure, it was certainly a shock to learn the truth about my boss, who I respected. I'm glad she reached out to me that time. If she hadn't, she might still be stuck in that dire predicament to this day. I'm pretty sure nobody will reach out to rescue Mr. Briggs from his current predicament.